All right, let's do this. So today's video is so fun. It's all of my love languages wrapped up into one video. And I am going to share how I save $20,000 a year as a single person living on one income with nothing crazy, like no crazy inheritance, no rich uncle, no job that pays through the roof. Like it's just me putting in the time, the effort, and the hard work. Okay, so step number one, do a budget. You have to set your fears aside and just start. Accept what it is and know that where you're at right now is only temporary. It's not forever. You're gonna move past this, but you have to first acknowledge your numbers. Okay, so number one, do a budget. I have a simple 5-step process to help you. If you despise spreadsheets like me and all the color coding and all of the different lines that mean something else, guys, it's just my brain does not operate like that. So I have what's called a budget blueprint. It's my 5-step process. I take my paycheck, I go from my paycheck to cash envelopes that are stuffed. And one big budget a month I do, it's about an hour it takes me to do. And then I stuff my cash envelopes twice a month. And then another secret to doing a budget that has really allowed me to save money for the things that are important to me is that I am obsessed with sinking funds. If you watch my videos, you will see all the envelopes I stuff. Um, but a sinking fund is basically when you have an expense that you know is coming up. It could be for tires on your car, it could be for birthdays or Christmases or anything, a roof. Your house needs a roof. Any of those things, you create a sinking fund and you sorry, my phone was falling. You save for them a little bit over time. So, say you, let's just make this simple, want to save $1,200 a year for Christmas. Big Christmas, I know. Okay, so then you would sink fund $100 a month until you get to that 1,200. So, it'd take you a year. Anyway, that's pretty much how it works. But I have a super, super simple method on budgeting that you could just jump in and start today. I will link it down below in the description box. It is my budget blueprint. Okay, number two, pick up a side hustle or find a better paying job or take another job. Like if you're not making enough money, it will discourage you so fast from this process of trying to save money because your outgo will be as much as your incoming, or you'll be spending more than you're making. And so I had to get really real with myself and figure out a way to create extra money that didn't take me away from my family. It didn't allow me to function from an empty cup. And that was, I created a suite of digital products. So, again, in my description box, you can check those out to see how I did it. I created a 95-page digital download PDF, and it is my slow living blueprint. Everything I did to go from crazy fast paced to this beautiful life I live now in kind of a workbook setup. And then I have my weekly reset routine. I do that every Sunday. And these are all PDFs where you purchase and then just download. And then I have my budget blueprint, which I'm obsessed with. It is my secret to just living such a happy life. So that allowed me to give the most to myself and to those around me that I love. Okay. So step number three, live below your means. You will get so frustrated on my step one of doing a budget and step two, creating another source of income if you do not learn to live below your means. And I'm speaking from so much experience on this. I I don't know how to say this, but I had a shopping addiction. I was the biggest, like, if I want it, I deserve it, and I'm going to go get it kind of person. And I wasn't really taught at all how to budget, how to handle money. And so I had to learn that the really, really, really hard way. But I have been debt free twice. And I'm trying really, really hard working on to pay on my car so that I can be debt free again. But I mean, it's not the end all be all. It's just a personal goal that I have. But I learned to live below my means by doing a few different things. So I learned to seek out those activities that were fun and budget friendly that just didn't cost a lot of money. And that was through my church, that was through volunteering, that was like you were in that world, you're going to be able to find things to do. And so I did that. You can look on Groupon. I use Groupon frequently to go do fun things. And this one might sting a little bit, guys. It might hurt because I love Costco just as much as the next person. However, I did not love my $300 to $400 bill that I would typically have at Costco, plus these giant boxes that I would have to bring home and find a home for. So I ditched Costco and instead I started meal planning every week and I started grocery shopping at more budget friendly grocery stores. Like we have a Winco, we have a Walmart grocery, and grocery outlet is my new favorite thing. I love that store so much. I save usually if I spend 200 bucks, I'm saving 200 bucks. So that store is phenomenal. Another thing I did to live below my means is that I moved to a more affordable area. So where I lived was sucking every ounce of extra expense that I had, and I was living just paycheck to paycheck. And I took a good hard look at things and decided to move to a different city, downsize where I live, um, and just made a lot of little changes that left me with quite a bit money to cash stuff and to budget with. And so you really have to fine tune that income versus outgo ratio and how much you want to save. It's different for every person. So those are the three things that I did to save $20,000 a year on one income. I'm a one income household. And so number one is I did a budget and really learned to love the process. It wasn't like torture. And number two, I learned how to pick up a side hustle. For me, it was creating digital products and selling them in my website, on my website online. And number three is I learned to really get good at living below my means, getting creative. It's the most fun you're going to have. Okay, so that was it for this video. If you loved it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and let me know in the comments. Like, just share your wisdom with the rest of us and things that you do to save money every month because I feel like I have a lot to learn. The people watching would love to learn from you. And so, your input is always welcome. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.